Okay, reality is again in full effect. So, I look at the internet, I listen to conversation, and sometimes, if I feel like and I want to have a down day, I'll watch the news. But I read on yesterday, because someone sent it to me, that majority of the aldermans decided to give themselves a raise. Yay! And they don't do no work. Some of them. And but on the flip side of that, when we voted last, it was in agreement that the minimum wage would be raised. Some states are 15, some states are a little higher than that, and some states have not even met nowhere near. So our lovely state of Illinois decided to go along with the program of raising the minimum wage. Here's the problem that I have, and if it's in any other state, shame on you. You want to drag out raising the minimum wage over a period of time. People need that money to survive. Single mothers need that money to raise their kids. Single fathers need their money to take care of their kids. Families that have lost their job need that money to pay their light, their gas, their rent, whatever it will help to pay. Because really, that little funky minimum wage that you raise to is really no money when you start detailing all the bills that you have to pay after the taxes, because your uncles Joe, Bob, Billy, and John, and Mike, the FICA, the Fed, the state, them people, them uncles gets all your money off the top from your check. So when you talk about 13 hours, and nowadays even overtime is not really overtime because the bulk of that money gets eaten up. So why would you want to stretch the minimum wage? But then you sit in chamber and you raise your salary, and you don't work that many hours of the day, and you stand out on these blocks on your porch and you don't see no progress for what you're asking for. How about you work first and then consider raising your salary later? It is funny to me, and maybe nobody has thought about this, but it's real funny to me that politicians want to confine, block, hold back the constituents of various states, cities, but they can sit down and freely raise their salary with no problem. And they see nothing wrong with that. They have no excuses of why it should not be raised. And matter of fact, some of them pat themselves on the back and think they're due that raise. Well, you lying. You're not do nothing. And my philosophy is, I think we, the voters, should decide whether you are worthy of a raise or not. It should not be your decision. You all are doing too much. You're team too much. You really are. You are six-figure salaries, and people are struggling off of $8 and some change, and then you want to sit there and stretch it. And this little penny ante crap that you're doing, and very cutting trees, fixing streets, does not give you brownie points to get your little behind back in office. It does not work like that. You only do it for a time frame. When election time come up, you all act like you have done such marvelous jobs while you were in office, and you're lying. So if anybody out there think that, that your elected official has done a grand job, no, they're not. They're not doing a grand job. Believe me when I say, because if you was doing such a fantastic job, we would have as many issues as we have in our various blocks and neighborhoods, communities, cities, states. You understand what I'm saying? We wouldn't have that. But unfortunately, we do. You know why? Because you little peons that sit in them chambers and raise yourself not doing your damn job. But you want more money. And that just ain't finna happen. I know you already done it, but I disagree wholeheartedly. So raise the freaking minimum wage. Raise it. It's been voted on. Everybody agreed to it. Don't hesitate. Don't ponder this. Let's think about. Take it from what it is now and put it where it needs to be. And matter of fact, you need to add something on top of that so people can live just like you want to live. You and your family. How about that?